What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we have a very interesting situation that took place as retired, undefeated, two-division world champion, Olympic gold medalist, former unified light heavyweight world champion, unified super middleweight world champion, Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer, turned colorful analyst and boxing pundit for ESPN and Top Rank Boxing, that being none other than Andre SOG Ward. Andre Ward retired very early in his career. 32 wins, no loss, no draw. 16 wins by way of knockout. 6 foot tall with a 71-inch arm reach. He retired very prematurely in his career back in after he defeated Sergey Crusher Kovalev, June of 2017. Andre Ward, he called it a career at only 32 years of age, okay? Andre Ward was only 32 years of age when he called it a career. And now he's a boxing pundit and analyst for ESPN Top Rank, okay? And Andre Ward, he did a telecast. There's a fight coming up with the former unified lightweight world champion, now junior welterweight title contender, superstar boxer, Teofimo Lopez, who is 17 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. Okay, Teofimo Lopez will be back tonight. Okay, as he takes on Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin is 40 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 13 wins by way of knockout, 29 years of age, 5'8.5" with a 71-inch arm reach. Okay, he's a southpaw, and so, in build-up for this telecast, obviously, yesterday was the weigh-in for Teofimo Lopez and Sandor Martin. And obviously, they asked Teofimo Lopez about the future, what things he's going to have going on, and, you know, what he wanted to do in the future. He's the favorite going into this fight. He traditionally fights on this weekend in Madison Square Garden, New York. He's from Brooklyn, New York. Today is Heisman weekend, so he traditionally fights on this weekend, okay? And Teofimo Lopez talked about future fights. You know, and then Teofimo Lopez, he talked about, you know, undefeated, lightweight, undisputed superstar boxer in Devin the Dream Haney. So Devin Haney is an undisputed lightweight world champion. He beat the man who beat the man, okay? Devin Haney is 29 wins, no loss, and no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Now, Teofimo Lopez, he beat two-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer, Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko in the unification bout. Then Teofimo Lopez, he fought against former unified lightweight world champion, Australian star boxer, George Kambosos Jr., and he lost. Then George Kambosos fought Devin Haney twice, and he lost both times, clearly, big, right? Teofimo Lopez had he had an action fight, a dramatic fight, okay? You know, a thriller, where he was knocked down, and then he knocked George Kambosos down, and George Kambosos won a split decision when George Kambosos was the underdog in the fight, right? And so with that said, you know, Devin Haney, he went and outclassed George Kambosos twice, June 4th of this year, then October 15th of this year. And he's the undisputed champion. Now, Devin Haney is going into a fight with Vasil Lomachenko, looks like in March, to defend his titles at 135. And this looks like it's definitely going to be his last fight at 135. And then he's moving up to 140, where Teofimo Lopez campaigns. And so Teofimo Lopez is talking about a possible showdown with with Devin Haney, right? And he's talking about the lack thereof money and entertainment of Devin Haney, and you know, how much he doesn't sell, and so on and so forth, right? To which Andre Ward responded and told Teofimo Lopez he needs to stop pocket watching Devin Haney, right? And he needs to start focusing on fighting Devin Haney. Stop pocket watching how much money Devin Haney does or does not make. Stop worrying about the amount of attention Devin Haney does or does not do, and fight Devin Haney. Right? So Andre Ward is not one to hold back, okay? Andre Ward keeps it 100 at all times, okay? So Andre Ward, he let Teofimo Lopez know to his face, hey, you need to stop pocket watching Devin Haney and just start focusing on fighting Devin Haney, right? This is a fight that Teofimo Lopez could have had against Devin Haney that he chose not to have. Okay, he was in position multiple times to fight Devin Haney. Okay, after he beat Vasyl Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, he could have fought Devin Haney. He opted to go for his IBF, International Boxing Federation, with Mr. Peoples as president, mandatory with George Kambosos, where legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO Bob Arum, who promotes both Teofimo Lopez and Vasyl Lomachenko, stated that he would have rather have a rematch with Lomachenko, okay, or a fight with Devin Haney, and maybe, if possible, a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis over fighting George Kambosos. He stated that this Bob Arum now, that he felt as if Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos allegedly colluded, were in cahoots together to force this mandatory fight. And Teofimo Lopez Sr., Teofimo Lopez's father, trainer, and manager, he stated that he believed that they could have made $10 million in Australia against George Kambosos, which seems to be a possibility, because George Kambosos Jr. made about $10 million for his fight with Devin Haney, the first one in Australia, right? So he's saying that he believed that he could have made $10 million. So he even told father, trainer, manager, CEO of DHB, Devin Haney Promotions, Bill Haney, when they were on an interview together, he told Bill Haney that, he asked Bill Haney, he said, you would do the same thing if you was in my position. If you was in my position, okay, you would do the same thing. You would go fight George Kambosos for $10 million, opposed to fighting your son and not getting nowhere near the same amount of money. So he has admitted that they were focused on George Kambosos opposed to fighting Devin Haney, right? But then Teofimo Lopez came out recently and tried to say that Devin Haney priced himself out asking for $8 million, which is not true, because Bob Arum, he has told us that he hasn't even asked or been in negotiations with Devin Haney for Teofimo Lopez fight. So we know that not to be true, okay? With that said, right, this is a big fight in the making, right? It could have happened for Undisputed. Teofimo Lopez, he misjudged it. He took the George Kambosos fight. He overlooked George Kambosos. It was a free payday. Just to back it up, it went to a purse bid, him and Kambosos, where Top Rank, Bob Arum said he didn't like the fight. He didn't think Kambosos was a good fighter, that nobody's going to watch it and Teofimo Lopez is going to win easy. Well, it was anything else but that, right? And then on top of that, Bob Arum, when it went to a purse bid, they bid $2.3 million, the lowest they could possibly bid. And Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn came in and bid $3.2 million, $1 million more than they did. And then Triller came in and bid a whopping $6 million, and they won the purse bid. Now, Triller dropped out eventually because it kept getting postponed and rescheduled. And then it went to the next highest bidder, which was DAZN and Matchroom. And then Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Jr. blamed Eddie Hearn and said they were set up when they lost to Kambosos, right? So we know that Top Rank and Bob Arum is not lying about this situation, that they wanted to either fight Devin Haney rematch with Lomachenko, right? Most likely, because Devin Haney was able to freely move around as a promotional network free agent, and Lomachenko's a top-ranked fighter. It would have been harder to make a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, right? To which Teofimo Lopez started telling people if he fought Tank Davis, he was going to be the A-side, so on and so forth. So with that said, we know that he could have fought Devin Haney. So Andre Ward let him know, stop pocket watching and focus on fighting him. And he got to focus on getting past Sandor Martin first, because that's no walk in the park. Sandor Martin is nobody's walk in the park. He's not a tune-up, okay? Sandor Martin is going to be a very difficult fight for Teofimo Lopez. He's a southpaw. He's very slick. He's very awkward. And Teofimo Lopez at times has the identity issues on defense. When he's on the defensive end, he has identity issues. Sometimes in the high guard, sometimes he's in a shoulder roll. And that allows his opponents to score points on him, right? And win rounds. We saw that in his last fight, and we saw that against Lomachenko, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th round, when he won all 4 straight. And we saw that against Kambosos, where he got dropped. So Sandor Martin upset and defeated Mikey Garcia, 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer. And he's nobody's walk in the park, and he's bigger than Teofimo. So this could be an upset in the making. As far as Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, that could easily be next, because now we see that, Devin Haney is going. This is his last fight with Top Rank, but he could possibly do a one-off or second fight with Top Rank, and then fight Teofimo Lopez right at 140, which would make sense. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. I like the fight. Let's make it happen. It's long overdue. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.